When you can't stop thinking about your ex, sometimes it's hard to stop yourself from constantly thinking about your ex and what you can do to win them back. In this video, I share some advice on how you might be able to keep your brain occupied in a healthy way that doesn't include your ex. When you're trying to move on from your ex, it can be really difficult to get motivated. You keep thinking about all the good times you had together and wondering why things ended so badly. When you can't stop thinking about your ex, there are a few things you should do to help get over them. First, try to take some time for yourself. Whether that means taking a trip, going on a solo outing, or just spending some time away from your thoughts, it's important to break away from the situation and focus on something else. Make sure to take some time for yourself and do things that you enjoy. Second, make sure to surround yourself with positive people. This will help you refocus on your future and what you have going for you. When you're struggling to move on after your breakup, turn that around and focus on the positive. One of the best ways to do this is to surround yourself with positive people. When you're around people who support and have positive outlook on life, it'll be much easier to start looking forward to the future again. Countless studies have shown that having positive people in your life can boost your mood and help you overcome difficult situations. Plus, hanging out with upbeat people will make you more likely to see the good in everything. To get started on rebuilding your life, make sure to reach out to close friends or family members and tell them how you're doing. And if you find yourself struggling to move on, consider engaging in some self-compassion work. This type of intentional practice teaches you how to feel compassion for yourself, no matter what situation you're in. By doing this, you'll be less likely to fall into a negative spiral and more likely to rebound quickly from your breakup. Third, be honest and open with yourself. If there is something bothering you that you're not comfortable talking about with others, it's okay to write it down and bring it up with friends or family members later. Lastly, keep in mind that it's okay to move on. Even if your heart still belongs to your ex, it's best to let go and start fresh with somebody new. You need to distract yourself so you're literally too busy to even think about them. Sometimes when you can't stop thinking about your ex, it's because you're obsessing over the relationship. This is usually a sign that you care about them and want to know what happened between them and other people. To distract yourself from your ex, start by focusing on your own life and goals. Make a list of things you're working on that are important to you, and think about why they're important. Then start filling in the gaps in your knowledge about your ex. What did they do this weekend? How have their relationships changed since you broke up? Once you start learning more about them, it will be harder to focus on them completely. Another thing you should do is to establish some boundaries with yourself. If you find that you can't help but think about your ex-partner constantly, it might be time to establish some boundaries with yourself. Whether you need to cut back on communication or limit your interactions to specific situations, setting limits will help reduce the amount of time spent thinking about them. You don't need to talk to them or even see them again. Just put some space between you and them so that you can move on. When you can't stop thinking about your ex, it's easy to fall victim to irrational thoughts and destructive behavior. Here are some ways to establish some boundaries with yourself so that you can get through this difficult time without spiraling out of control. Set realistic expectations. Don't expect or want your ex to be the only person that you think about. It's natural to miss them, but try to remind yourself that there are other people in the world who you should be focusing on. Also, prioritize your own well-being. When you're obsessing about your ex, it's easy to lose sight of your own needs and feelings. Make sure to take care of yourself emotionally and mentally by focusing on activities that make you happy and satisfying. Another thing you can do is to seek professional help if needed. If obsessive thinking and behavior is preventing you from functioning normally, consider seeking professional help. A therapist can provide guidance on how to cope with your ex responsibly while minimizing relapse risk. And then keep a journal. Writing out your thoughts and feelings can help you process them in a constructive way and provide support for others who are struggling with a breakup too. And also, understand that you may still have lingering feelings for this person, and that's okay. If you can't stop thinking about your ex, it's likely because you still care about them. It's not unusual to feel attachment or love for someone who has ended a relationship, and although it may be difficult, it's okay to keep those feelings alive. Talking to someone who can offer advice and support can help you process these emotions in a healthy way. Additionally, Seeking out counseling might be a good idea if the thoughts of your ex continue to consume your thoughts. While it may be hard to let go, doing so will help you move on in the best possible way. If you're still thinking about your ex, it's not necessarily a bad thing. While it may be difficult to move on, it's perfectly normal to feel some residual feelings after breaking up with someone. That doesn't mean you're doomed to continue suffering, though. You have to reconnect with who you are. When you can't stop thinking about your ex, reconnect with who you are. Put your phone away and spend time with those who make you happy. Get out and explore new places, meet new people, and enjoy the simple things in life. When you're unhappy in your current relationship, it'll be difficult to find lasting happiness elsewhere. Find what makes you happy and stick to it. When you can't stop thinking about your ex, it's important to remember who you are. You're not your ex, and they're not you. You're still amazing and worth looking for new relationships with. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to get over the breakup quickly. Ending a relationship is definitely a tough thing to go through, but it's crucial to remember that there is no standard time frame for getting over someone. In fact, some people take up to 6 months or even a year before they feel completely over their ex. Rather than beating yourself up if you find yourself obsessing about your breakup every single day, try to focus on taking it slow and easing your way into the fresh start that comes with moving on. If you find that you're bordering on obsessive territory, talk to someone about why you're struggling and see if they can point you in the right direction. Ultimately, taking your time will make the whole process easier and more rewarding in the end. Remove the things in your life that remind you of them. When you can't stop thinking about your ex, it can be hard to focus on anything else. Here are 4 ways to remove the things in your life that remind you of them. 1. Break up with their memory. Remove all physical reminders of them from your home and office, and don't talk about them or think about them too much. This will help you get past the pain and start moving on. 2. Change your mental scenery. If all else fails, try changing your mental scenery by focusing on happy memories or images of people you care about instead of thoughts of your ex. It may take some time, but eventually you'll get over them. 3. Find a supportive friend or therapist. Talking to someone who understands what you're going through can really help you move on, as can therapy sessions specifically designed for dealing with heartbreak. 4. Timing is key. Don't push yourself too hard now. Give yourself time to heal emotionally before looking for new romance. Waiting is the best way to maintain a healthy relationship balance moving forward. That's it. Finally, remember that God is with you. When you're going through the tough times after your breakup with your ex, remember that God is with you. Just because your relationship ended doesn't mean that He's removed from your life. In fact, it can be a time of growth for you. Spend time in prayer and reflection and ask Him to help you process the breakup in a healthy way. Also, read any books about dealing with heartbreak that you can find to learn more about how to handle this situation. Remember that God is with you during your breakup with your ex. He will help you through the tough times, and He will bless you in the end. Amen.